Okay, so you think Chaturanga is really crazy hard and your yoga teacher has lost her mind having you do 20 or 30 or 40 Chaturangas in a yoga class. Well, I'm inclined to agree with you. I think Chaturanga is really hard. It's good you know that. And I'm not, and I question the wisdom of having people do so very many Chaturangas in class. That said, I think if we explore the alignment in that pose, we can perhaps make it a little more comfortable for ourselves. And I can give you a modification as well. So when everybody else is going crazy with all their chaturangas, you can do this instead. So that we can get good at chaturanga without asking the hands and the wrists to bear weight for so long, why don't we grab a bolster or a couch cushion or something like that? Place your bolster or your cushion the long way on your yoga mat and lower your torso down onto it. And look, here we are in pretty much a restorative version of Chaturanga. Here we can curl the toes in under us and reach back through the heels, enlivening the legs. Here we can make sure that the heels of the hands are about in line with the lowest ribs and the elbows are firming in so that the upper arm bones are parallel to each other. Traditionally, the pose has been taught with a 90-degree bend in the elbows, but you could really make a case for bending the elbows less than that. What I think is most important here is not letting the shoulders careen down toward the floor. Here, the shoulders aren't in a very supported or supportive position. Instead, roll your shoulders up toward the ears, back and down your back, retracting them a little bit and keeping your upper arm bones a little bit more externally rotated. In the old days, when Iyengar taught this pose, he had his chin going forward quite a bit. But now a lot of us prefer to keep the gaze down at the mat, the back of the neck long in a more neutral position. Okay, so once you've felt out your chaturanga there, you can take it on the road. You can bring it to your yoga class. And maybe you just aspire to do 1 or 2 or 3 chaturangas that feel great in your body. To get into chaturanga, we're starting in plank, right, most of the time. We need to come forward onto the toes, taking the shoulders more over the fingertips, and then we lower from here. And then from here, you can take the tops of the feet down and lift into the back bend of your choice. I can only do that a few times in a yoga class and really keep my shoulders in a place that feels good for me. So what I tend to do instead is a baby chaturanga, by which I mean we just come to tabletop, maybe the knees are a little bit back behind the hips. And from here, I move my chest forward and bend the elbows just a little. And I can bend and straighten here. And it's still a ton of work to be keeping my elbows drawing in and the tops of my shoulders back. Okay, I hope you like those ideas.